It's over 9,000!
What is up, guys? It's over 9,000 Productions here today, and in this video, I'm not going to be talking about a DBZ topic like I've never done, but I'm just going to sit down, no script or anything, which I barely ever have. I'm just going to sit down and talk about Dragon Ball Z like we always do on this channel. This time, I'm going to talk about what Dragon Ball Z means to us, what it teaches us. Now, to the average person, not that there's anything wrong with that. For let's say a person who's not so much of a DBZ fan, they would probably see, or an anime fan for at least, they would probably see DBZ as some overrated piece of shit with people screaming and fighting all the time. That's what they would see. And for anime fans who've watched like some of the, not lesser known animes or some of the mainstream animes in other countries, they would tell you that compared to that, Dragon Ball Z is shit. But why is Dragon Ball Z so popular in America? That's the question. First of all, the reason why it's so popular in America, you can probably guess, is because of Toonami. In the past, when Funimation brought Dragon Ball Z over to America on the Toonami block, it actually influenced the mainstream community to start bringing anime over into this country. It was so successful when it came over, but at that time we only had I think the Saiyan saga and then the Namekian or the Ginyu saga. I can't remember, but for a few years those episodes just kept on going over and over and over and over and over again. But people still woke up in the morning, or no, it wasn't that. No, it was after school. People still ran after school to come and watch those episodes and stuff. So what really made Dragon Ball Z famous was what most people hate, is the Garlic Jr. saga. Yes, the saga you hate the most actually is what popularized Dragon Ball Z at that point, because we had gotten the same episodes over and over and over again. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what Dragon Ball Z teaches us. Why is it so valuable to me, to maybe most of you, and to the over 9,000s of other people who watch this series. Now, as you all know, Dragon Ball Z is a story about a kid with a tail and this girl, I would assume, who are on a quest for these 7 mystical balls, to summon a dragon to grant their wish. It starts out as a little innocent, well, not so innocent, because if you were grown up watching Dragon Ball, and with your kid, you'd probably turn off the TV and tell them never to watch that again and burn it. But it starts off with this little tiny adventure into this crazy battles between intergalactic aliens from other planets trying to destroy the Earth. Now, when you hear stuff like that, you think it teaches little kids that they should go around dressing up as intergalactic aliens. Am I saying intergalactic aliens? Am I saying that right? And punching people around and stuff. But those people are just not. They're not looking behind it. Now, what I mean by not looking behind the fact that Dragon Ball Z is most about fighting, but Dragon Ball Z is mostly about the love the characters have for each other. When I say love, I don't mean romance like Goku and Chi-Chi. No, I mean the friendship they have. A few reasons why I personally love Dragon Ball Z. One, well, I was a kid back then. It give every kid who loves fighting and action a boner. I think I'm more obsessed with Dragon Ball Z than I am with porn, and that's a problem. But that's not the case. Thing is, you think that it teach little boys to go around fighting each other, but I don't think performing a Kamehameha is gonna hurt anyone. I mean, we've all done that at one point. We saw Goku scream to the top of his lungs and perform a Kamehameha, and then you probably stood up and tried it, and it didn't work. and you kept on doing it again and again. Years later, you still do it, but it never works. But you just continue doing it, sort of like how I am. But that's not the point here. I don't. So what parents would think is it teaches their kids how to be violent with blood and graphic images, but compared to most anime or compared to most entertainment that kids watch these days, Dragon Ball Z is not that violent. That graphic. Sorry, I mean that graphic for fighting. For a fighting anime. I think the most graphic scenes in Dragon Ball Z are Frieza getting sliced in half. Um, when Dabura probably uh made what's his name, Kibito Kai's assistant, what's his name, I forgot what his name is it Kibito no, well, it doesn't matter, I don't know, I forgot what his name is, tell me in the comment section below. Yeah, just touching, making him like blast into a few pieces. But besides that, I think besides those two, there hasn't been something that graphic in Dragon Ball Z. So I don't see how Dragon Ball Z would teach lots of violence to little kids. Of course, the martial arts in that it's pretty harmless. I mean, we all know we can't fly. Like obvious, we all know we can't fly. So I don't expect a little kid to see Goku flying and then jump off a roof and start try to see if he's son Goku. No. But what does it teach us? Now, since it's a fighting anime, you think that it teaches little kids to fight, like I've said 10 times in this video already. But no, you have to look past that, like I've said 10 times in this video already. Dragon Ball Z teaches us never to give up. That's mostly what it is. If you really think about it, it's never give up. When the villain has beaten everyone down, Broly namely, and then that one person, Goku namely, stands up and he's just taking all the hits and he's not giving up, just keeps on getting up and getting up. That's kind of what teaches lots of people, but the fact that it's through lots of violence, they're just not trying to see through it. Like I was saying, another reason why I like Dragon Ball Z, well, when I was younger, of course, since I was young, but I went through a state of depression when I was in Africa. My mother passed away in 2008, and 2 years later, my father sent me and my brother, well, he came with us to Africa to live there for a few years. So after a while, I became really depressed because I was homesick and depressed. Things weren't going good for me until one of my friends who came from South Africa. I was living in Ghana, guys. If just in case, I was living in Ghana. So one of my classmates was from South Africa, and he brought over a bunch of Dragon Ball Z episodes, and I was like, whoa, because the reason why I was so excited is because I had started watching Dragon Ball Z Kai before I went to Africa. I watched, yeah, I think I was on the Ginyu Saga. It reached the point, I think in 2009, no, it was in 2010, where they just kept on repeating the same saga and the first parts of the Namek saga. So they were about to release the day I was leaving, they were about to release the brand new episode. I think that was episode 31. No, sorry. It was the episode where Goku and Ginyu are fighting and they switch bodies. Yeah, that point. So I was able to continue watching, and through all those happy moments and everything, it got me out of a state of depression. Now I'm much happier today because I'm here telling you about that. I don't think if I was depressed, I would be so happy. It got me out of a depression state, and that's one thing I have to thank it for. So thank you. But besides that, it really teaches you never to give up. Because if like I stated before with the Broly and Goku thing, if you think about it, yeah, they keep on fighting and fighting. They're weak. They've been beaten up. There's nothing else they can do. The Earth has been destroyed, but they still just never give up. They keep on going, keep on moving. Guys, I'm sorry if the audio's not so good. I'm in a kind of a noisy place, and my throat hurts a lot right now. Like, it's killing me. But I need to make this video for you guys. So I guess that's what Dragon Ball Z would uh teach you, to give up, never to give up. But of course, yes, you have to take into the factor of the amount of violence in the show. But I don't think there's anything very, what's it called, very impressive. I mean, the fights are impressive, but I don't think there's anything that you're really gonna imitate. Okay, the only things you're actually gonna imitate in Dragon Ball Z are the energy waves, which obviously would do nothing in real life, and and probably it. That's all you're probably gonna imitate. You're probably gonna imitate going Super Saiyan, but besides that, you're not gonna imitate um Goku's Vegeta's fight in the Saiyan Saga. You're not gonna imitate their punches and everything. No, you're gonna imitate the Kamehameha beam struggle. That's what you're gonna do. Your friend's gonna be you're gonna be Goku. Your friend's gonna be Vegeta, and you guys are just gonna keep on doing that over and over and over again. That's what all you're gonna do. So, in terms of kids learning violence, it's not really. I mean, compared to other things like superheroes, like more mainstream like Marvel and DC, they really fight using combat skills. For someone like Batman, you're probably gonna imitate him flying through the sky and him fighting supervillains, especially the Batman. Anyone remember that series? If you remember that series, you like it in the comment section, because that's my favorite Batman series. No, the Batman from the what from the old 1990 series. No, that's not the best. It's the 2004 2008 the Batman series. If you don't like it, screw you. Just kidding. But seriously. Anyway, back on topic. Or for someone like Spider-Man, you're gonna imitate his web slinging. That's one reason why the 1994 Fox series of Spider-Man was so censored. And I think in that series he threw at least 2 or 3 punches out of 5 seasons. But personally, I think that show was the best Spider-Man show ever. No, Spectacular's not the best. The old 1994 series was the best. I like that one better. It's probably due to nostalgia. That's not the point. So yeah, so I guess the violence factor would play in, but if you when you're obviously when you're a grown up, you're not gonna try to, oh, you are, but you're not gonna try to imitate their every move. No, you're not, because obviously you're grown up. You're much more mature. You're not gonna go around screaming Kamehameha in public unless it's for a Vine video or something. So once I've said for the 20th time in this video, just teaches you never to give up. Just follow your dreams. Make friends along the way. One reason why I'm emotionally attached to Dragon Ball Z, once again, I told you, got me out of the state of depression. But just look at how the characters interact in the show. Look how Goku and Goten interact when they first meet each other. He says hi in the anime. He says hi, Dad, and he jumps and he hugs him, and it's so happy. Look at the end of GT. Tell me in the comment section below. Tell me you did not cry at the end of GT. If you didn't cry at the end of the GT, you are not a human being. You are a Terminator. Yes, I said it. You are a Terminator. The end of GT was very sad. You cried. Everyone cried at the end of GT. I tell you that. Everyone cried. So, especially when you start from something like Dragon Ball and you become attached to these characters. Goku, namely, of course. Bulma, Gohan, some Piccolo. Not too much of Vegeta. Krillin. By the way, Krillin's my favorite character. Why he's my favorite character? Because he's a badass. And yes, he's stronger than Tien. Kwame, if you're watching this, I want you to know Krillin is stronger than Tien. Anyway, when you see these character interactions, You just become emotionally attached to them. Now, no other character, fictional character, has ever emotionally attached to me more than any Dragon Ball character is Spider-Man, because he was actually my first. It's Spider-Man which actually brought me into fiction, into like the world of fiction and fantasy and stuff. But besides Spider-Man the Dragon Ball Z characters, there's nothing else that's really like emotionally had me attached to them. You see, so what like I said, by the time you finish watching something like from Dragon Ball to GT, and you see just Goku walking, remembering his past with that great music in the background, and then he jumps into the sky, and all you did, I cried, like I cried so many times when I heard that part. When I first watched that part, I cried a lot because it was over. I didn't want the adventures to end with the characters I love so much. Uh, I don't really know how long this video is gonna be. I'm just talking because I feel like you guys deserve another video, and the game I'm having some problems with my Xenoverse. I'm trying to get the GT pack so I can start doing GT battles, but I'm sure we're on spring break right now, so I've been doing a lot of work. I just came back from a funeral. That's really depressing to hear, but I just came back from a funeral, so I will start uploading more gameplay videos. But back to the point, yeah. So when you get emotionally attached to these characters and you see ending it like that, you just all you want to do is just roll over and cry. That you see. So um, I'm not sure what to talk about now, but I guess what the future is for Dragon Ball Z. Now, what the future holds for Dragon Ball Z, no one really knows because Toriyama is a really funny guy. I think Toriyama, I think the way he thinks is he does what the readers don't expect. Now, I forgot where I read this, but it was in an interview or something. They asked him, Toriyama, I think it was something like, how do you make your story so twisting and stuff, like in the World Tournament arc? And Toriyama said, well, everyone knew that Goku was gonna win this because he's the main character. So I decided now I'm gonna make him lose the first two times. How many times did Goku lose? It was two, right? Yeah, two, I'm sure. He said, you know, I'm gonna make Goku lose the first two times just to twist it, like or another part when Goku throws the Potara earring at Gohan, and Gohan, you think that Gohan's gonna catch it, but no, he drops it, and he's looking for it. You don't know what to do. Kid Buu throws a giant ball of energy into the earth. You think that Goku and Vegeta are gonna, try to counter it. No, no, no. It blows up the entire earth, and you have no idea what's happening next. So, for those few instances, you don't know what Toriyama's gonna pull on you. Now, with these movies coming out, Fukasu no F, and sorry, I stutter a lot, guys. I'm sorry. Um, with Battle of Gods and Fukasu no F, you really don't know where the franchise is coming because all these movies are set before the end of Dragon Ball Z, and actually, people are telling Toriyama to continue Dragon Ball Z, but the thing is, Dragon Ball Z is ended. Like Toriyama has finished it. The ending for Dragon Ball Z is what you got. I don't know people. I don't know why. I think the ending for Dragon Ball Z fits. It's keeping Goku's innocence. You see in Dragon Ball to Z, most of the characters grow up and lose their innocence, but Goku, he still has a little bit of his childlike innocence left. I think the ending for Z works, and there's actually an alternate ending for Dragon Ball Z. You could look it up. I'll try and provide a link, but there's an alternate ending. I think most people would like that one a little better. Yeah, there's an alternate ending for DBZ. But anyway, Toriyama has finished Dragon Ball Z. It's not he didn't know. He's finished it. And I don't think Toriyama wants to continue because if you read some of his letters and stuff, Toriyama really doesn't, he likes Dragon Ball Z, but at the same time he hates it cuz I think he was working on it for at least 11 years. yeah, probably 11 years. Every week he had to draw, he had to make the story. He had one, I think he had one assistant to ink. That's one reason why he created Super Saiyan. He created Super Saiyan so inking would be easier, so he wouldn't have to ink as much. That bastard, you'd all say. Yes, that's why Super Saiyan was created, so that inking would take less time. So, oh crap, anyway, I think something just dropped. Oh, all right, sorry about that. So you really don't know the future of this franchise. We don't know whether he's gonna continue. You don't know whether he's gonna make GT canon, but just take a few things out, like Pilaf being old in the series. You know, try to reference the Black Star Dragon Balls in Fukasa no F. You don't know what Toriyama's gonna pull. So as for the future of this franchise, we never know. And it's really amazing that this franchise um has been milking money out for so long. That's what I'm not gonna say survive. I'm gonna say milking money, cause Funimation, no, not Funimation, Bando Namkai, and or no, it's Namkai Ban, no, Namco Bandai. God, I got that confused. No, Namco Bandai, Namkai Bando. God, I just confused myself. Anyway, whatever it is, you see these companies, Namco Bandai or Bandai, you know what? Forget it. And Funimation, they're milking the hell out of DBZ. And you think after 30 years, DBZ would have died down by now, but no. DBZ is what brought anime into America. Well, but besides Akira, that movie, besides the movie Akira, DBZ is what brought anime here. So, and people think DBZ is like the godfather of anime. You think that by now people are like, oh, it's been 30 years, just stop. But no, the Dragon Ball Z community is faithful. It's faithful to the anime. It's been going on for so long. Toriyama never expected something like this. No, he didn't. He never expected something like this, especially with all these mistakes and filler and everything. Toriyama does not plan ahead. No, he writes as he goes along. So you can understand why he makes some mistakes, and with different dubbings and everything. You think that this franchise would have died down by now, but no, it's still strong. It's probably getting stronger. It's strong as ever with these video games coming out, parodies from like Team 4 Star and then Akaka Carrot Cake thing, all these parodies and gameplay, DBZ channel. We even have a channel, a community, the DBZ community on YouTube. So I don't know. We don't really know the future of this franchise, but we could tell that the future is good for this franchise because the fans of Dragon Ball Z are loyal. You know, they're loyal to their favorite anime. So, what else do I put in this video? I got nothing. So I hope you guys like this talk. I just sat down, wanted to talk a little bit. Hope you guys liked it. Um, if you liked my this talk or whatever, you can look at the other videos on my channel. Most of them are gameplay videos, but I will start more discussions. Not exactly like this with terrible stuttering, no script, actual. I'm gonna start a new segment called Dragon Ball Z Misconceptions, actual misconceptions stuff. But if you like the channel, you can rate, comment this video, subscribe. Tell me what you think. You can also follow my Facebook page, Fusion Gogeta. Yeah, that's my Facebook page. I just got it has about 8,000 likes because I became the administrator I think yesterday. So that's my Facebook page, Fusion Gogeta. And thanks for watching the video. I know it was a little long, not as long as compared to other people, but it was still pretty long. But thanks for watching. And what do you think about the future of this franchise? What brought you into Dragon Ball Z? And finally, what do you hate about Dragon Ball Z? Once again, thank you for watching this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.